friends, today we will discuss about Query Monitor. It is basically developer tool and it is very beneficial for development, and it has active installation more than 2 lakh. So first go to add plugins and search Query Monitor, and you find it, Query Monitor, the developer tool panel for WordPress, and install now and click on activate. After activate, you will found all tab here, like how much time it is taking, and how much space it is taking, and how many query it is taking. So we will discuss one by one, and when we click on this, then it will generate open a pop-up. So at here we can see overview of this page, like page generation time, peak memory uses, database query, HTTP API request, object caches there or not. So first of all, we will discuss about database query. So if we are getting on this page, plugin page, then these query are called. So in this all data, we can check, like at suppose I am at here on the home page, then I want to check all information, query, etc. Then it is showing all query, and if I want to check from theme or plugin or other place, then I can choose from here, like I want to choose from parent theme only. Then these are parent theme query, and it is taking it is showing time also, like this query taking 0.007 time, and this query is taking 0.005 time. So it is also showing time also, so that if this query taking lots of time, then you can optimize your query also. And it is also showing duplicate query, like these two are duplicate query on the page, and it is also showing it is WordPress core component, and it is plugin Elementor, and you can also check query by color, like get option, and it is showing all query, etc. Query by component means our theme or our plugin. So via WooCommerce, 171 queries using, and it is taking 0.0497 second. So if you click on this component, then it will show all query. Now we discuss check out next tab, timing. So it is basically timing. Basically some tool, some data will be added, like do action, etc. So we have to add some code at, in the our file, and then we can use this tab, timing, etc. Also for log, we can also show log, which we see in the in the debug log, which is inside WP content. So we can see directly at here, and in the request tab we can see request is coming from and which query where are here, lazy load, term meta, etc. and page id, post per page, how much post per page. So all information is here, and at here request header you can check request header. So it is basically very helpful for debug any issue on the web page. Request header, response header at here, and hooks in use. So there are two type of hook in the WordPress, action and filter. So we can check all hook which are using inside on this page especially. So in this page there are lots of hooks are using, and it is showing component, like it is like parse query is using inside, filter layout by type callback, and priority is 10, and action is type is action, and type is action, and it is using inside component. So if we click on plus icon, then we can check, we can see it is file which is using this hook, WP content theme boomart module layout admin class admin.php. So via that we can debug. And next tab is blocks. So when we check, basically it is made by Elementor, so it is not showing any blocks. If we use Gutenberg block, etc., then we can see blocks, all info of blocks. And all hooks related to blocks at here also you can see all blocks. And template, it is showing from which template this page is coming. So at here you can see boomart page.php, this page is and template hierarchy is here, front page.php and page home furniture 2.php is responsible for it. And also template part boomart header.php, boomart sidebar, boomart footer. And if you want to check body class, then these are body class which is using inside it. So if you want to change anything in the code, etc., code level, etc., then you can go and you can change in the code file also. and this style sheet, etc. And hooks in the use, these are hooks which current page is using. Script means style script.js files which are using on the current page. So uh, here are some position like it is showing on the header or footer. So some are in the header section and some are in the footer section. And handle, suppose I want to dequeue some JS, then I can get handle from it, and inside WP dequeue script we can use that handle. And it is also showing dependency, etc. Like boot tracks, it depend on WP hooks, and it is also showing version. And we can we can also categorize these script via this section. Like I want to check contact from 7 JS, then it is showing only one JS which is using inside contact from 7. And same is for style.css CSS part, and it is showing like header.css, footer header.css, and handle is this. And source at here, source file, hooks and action. So these hooks are using on the page child theme, WP enqueue script, etc. So we can check at here. And language, like it is basically currently I am using English language, and if other language, then it will show at here. And HTTP API call all at here. And transient update capability check also, if I enable QM enable caps panel true, then it will show check at here, capability at here. And if it is very good tab, environment tab, and it show all information at in one place, like debug mode on or not, and all thing, and WP cache is enabled or not, and what is memory limit, upload max size, etc. All data is available here. So we can I am debugging something, then I can check all data at here, and think I can think what issue is coming on the side, and directly I can get idea for that. And it is condition, front page is this condition is matching, this page is matching, is singular is matching. So when we do any add code, etc., then we can add in that time. And suppose I added one code at here, and then save, then I can, if I access this, then it is showing uncaught error, syntax error, end of line at line 10. So if we do not use this plugin, then it will not show this code I am showing, like when I remove, I go to line number 10 and remove that code. Now it is coming fine. Now I am removing this query monitor, and now I am again uncomment this line code, then I access again, then it is showing there has been critical error on the site. So at here I have to go to debug.log file and then check what is going, what issue is coming at here. So this plugin also beneficial for us, so that we can find what issue is coming directly, not instantly we can get issue, not depend on debug log etc on the site. Just a minute, I am activating query monitor again. Where is query monitor? Okay, at here. Oh, it is it is showing critical error, so it is not allowing me. Wait. Now wait. Now it is activated. Yes, it is activated. And now if I uncomment again, now it is showing same error. So I think you got concept. You should use this plugin, query monitor. It is best plugin, and it is also very helpful, like if we want to check, like my page is not loading properly, my page is taking time, how much time it will taking. So like it is taking 1.75 second, and and it is also showing why this 1.75 time is taking. Suppose I want to go to product page, then it is taking 2.54 seconds. So it is very bad time, it is very huge time. So we have to optimize this page by a like image problem, by a object cache problem, by other problem. So it will give proper path for debug, how can we optimize this page also. So I think for today it is very good approach, and please use query monitor plugin. And if you found this plugin beneficial, then please if you found this video beneficial, then please like, subscribe and share to other friend. Thanks for watching.